Hi. So, still not feeling that great, but working on it. So I started reading in the papers a little bit about, as I got the Portland Press Herald, Bangor Daily News, Portland Phoenix, and the Portland Forecaster. Now, a lot of it all contradicts itself. There's a lot of things that I've been talking about for a long time, but they just kept saying that I'm crazy. Now, I've tried to report this terrorism and the kidnapping and the trafficking for over a year now. Everybody just got out of their way and called me crazy, and think of all the lives I could have saved if I was able to actually talk to people. I don't even know if my own children are alive because these trafficking ring threats, which I don't understand how people think this is a joke or think this is funny. I don't see how people can still just allow these people to just walk around and act like they didn't even do anything wrong. Like, they're putting your lives in danger. Like, you know how many people got released from these mental hospitals and these jails like a long time ago, and they just now were talking about it within the past like 3 months? Those people all got released a long time ago. Like almost a year ago, I believe, or longer. From the jails in Florida and from the hospitals in Maine, I believe last summer, because they had to empty them out after what had happened to me. And there was a million vehicles from Florida, and I don't know where everybody went from Ross Manor or why they're opened back up all of a sudden in Bangor. I don't know why there isn't a victim's advocate or a mental health advocate that can actually tell somebody that it's my PTSD, my anxiety, and my ADHD, and the fact that acute adjustment disorder is when somebody literally like rips the rug out from underneath you and steals everything you have and your whole life is upside down. You just think locking me away in a mental hospital is going to help that, especially my PTSD from the false imprisonment kidnapping in Florida. My children being kidnapped, literally kidnapped. Like, and my father keeps talking about crying wolf. I've never cried wolf. I've never cried wolf. I've been crying seriousness, like for not just myself, for everybody. And to try to go through every day when Betsy literally called my family in Florida. I made all these phone calls, called my sisters that are to not have any say about my children whatsoever. That was already put into a court of law in Florida, whether it had been a real court of law or not, with Judge Toner Jr., that my sisters were to not have any contact with my children, and that I was to be getting my children back, whatever reason, but probably because they were never supposed to be taken from me. But, when Sharon Freaky got her children back, she was hit and run over in the same spot, Mariner and 50. That's the same spot where the white car actually hit my ex-boyfriend of 10 years, John Havlin. And that's the other thing, like one of his socials would say Havlin Jr., and then like his birth certificate wouldn't or whatever. It was kind of like my son Trevor. His social didn't match his birth certificate because it was done over the phone or whatever, so we had to go fix that. John didn't fix that. So that's the other thing, and it kind of sucks that John and I, we're always thrown in jail, but Chris and Whitley and all these other people don't get fucked with. Like, John got like arrested for like not paying a fine for fishing without a license. Like, these people are getting off on serious fucking like federal charges, and they're an imminent threat to the not only the Penobscot Indian Nation but to the United States of America. They're literally in contact with other countries to adopt children out illegally. This hackathon AE where they welcomed everybody from other countries. And to not know where your children are and have people go out of their way, and the last I knew is that they were with these dangerous people. And then like half the people that I see online and stuff like that actually understand about this like brain computer interface and how horrible, like, that somebody literally did this. Like, somebody literally made people like love them and hate me. They made that video, like, where you can feel what others feel, like, know what others know. Well, that's the problem. What if they just make those people hate you? The people that hated them hate you. So say everybody hated me and I did a swap with somebody that everybody loved. Now everybody in the world hates that person and everybody loves me and will do everything that I say. And then that person, which sadly it's me, these people have stolen everything. You don't know about like why people aren't taking it seriously, like Elon Musk and all this stuff going on, and like the cults are out. Like, if it's not a Manson cult again, then what the fuck is it? That's been going around for over a year everywhere. I mean, I don't know if you've been hearing sounds out of the sewage drains or whatever, but that's exactly what they did. That's how they hypnotized people back with the Manson Charlie. I know read a lot of true crime and stuff. Susan became a child of God after, and everybody just keeps talking about God. And honestly, like, God isn't gonna tell you to hurt people. Like in the book of Isaiah, God, he takes out his anger on the people. People don't take the anger out on the people. That it will become the end of the earth when we have become, like, there will be no more. There will be no more us. This will be the end, is what it says. I believe in the New King James Version. But yeah, to know that half the people understand what I'm saying, and then the rest of them say that I'm crazy. And like, why do people think I should be locked away? For what reasoning? Like, JoJo is lying through her teeth. I never even stole that car. They allowed me to use it while I was on bullshit probation, and I didn't crash it because they sold it. Like, and then she's going to deny that she was at the hospital that day or that she took those pictures. It's just pretty devastating to know that all these people that claim that they care about my children, or children in general, are actually not giving my children a chance to ever have a happy life. They talk about me in front of my children. They talk horrible, horrible things. I could never do that. And I can't believe that my children's fathers have turned their backs on me when I've never done that to you. And considering that John helped me raise Trevor, and Nate was never in the picture, now all of a sudden he was a great father, and now Betsy says that I can't even talk to my son without a worker. Like, these children that I went through hell to bring them into this earth. I went through hell to keep them safe every day of my life, and I will every day of my life till the day I fucking die. I will not stop talking about what you did. I will post your picture everywhere. You claim to be a public servant, somebody that to help the children, to care. All you fucking care about is yourself. Like, you are literally a terrorist because you blocked the phones. You made it so when you call for the trafficking, it was even on the news that it went to a sex call company. You couldn't report terrorism. You couldn't report anything of what they did. The whole CDC thing again, just like in Florida when they said, oh, well, we think she has it. And then they were like, oh, no. So I had to do another test and I was quarantined again. But there was really no reasoning that I needed to be at all. Somebody is saying that I stole their identity from Florida and that I didn't go to jail and do all this. I think it was somebody who did end up living or moving into 1119 Flock, and Nightwalker, Corner Flock and Nightwalker, and Weeky Watchy going by Stevie McCrane, MCC, which was actually the false identification. And then the fact that all the paperwork from the hospital says that my birthday was February 12th, 1989, and it was not. So it was me, in fact, who needed to be protected by those people, from those people, not the people that you guys all thought you needed to protect. This girl was screaming in Florida in a vehicle, and she was screaming with Sinette last summer with Ralph when I got out, after what had happened to me. If you've been around my children and you are a mother figure, you're a horrible, horrible person. Because how could you look at those children and know that damn well that you kidnapped that child, you stole that child from their mother, you stole that child and made decisions on that child and tried to kill their mother, and you think you can look at those children? You made me miss my first steps of my children, my first haircut, everything, all over again. You're the horrible, horrible, heartless people.